still got medic, you still got... Do botany. See what botany gets you in this situation. A plant catches your eye. The castor oil plant is growing from the window. Remember that this plant could be highly toxic and most animals will avoid it. Breaking off some branches, you quickly stomp on the leaves and seeds, rubbing the fragments on your feet and hands. You scatter the rest in the doorway just in time. That feels like that would take a while, but okay.
Oh my god.
The predatory dog-like creature comes to a halt as it reaches the doorway, sniffing the plants and shaking its head in disgust. You thrust your hands towards it and it steps back further, obviously uninterested in your toxic scent. With one more huff, it pads down the hall looking for more palatable prey.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, let's go into town. Scavenge.
Go to those houses. Did you take lockpick?
I didn't.
Okay. Nothing. And nothing. And... Oh! Did you see that?
Gun!
Did you see that?
Gun!
You get gun. I don't know if you have bullet for gun. Do you have bullet for gun? It's empty. Ugh.
But I got lucky.
It's frustrating. Maybe you can point it at a guy and he'll go away or something, though. Like, wouldn't that be good? Oh, there's pills in there. Okay. Sweet.
Haha! I did
See,
it.
isn't it cool when a game can make that feel like a victory?
Yeah.
Just putting water into a bottle. Get in there.
A shack in the forest.
Might be booby traps. Might be those tit traps.
Oh.
Clothes, you say?
I am actually having an okay time this time.
Yeah. Sweet. Clean rags. My favorite kind. A hoodie and everything.
What should I take?
Well, cargo pants, obviously. Need to store cargo in them. You can put rags in your pants. You can put a hoodie on, presumably. You have clothes and medicine and a gun. This game's easy.
No.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Eat some edible food. Seems good. Temperature is not great. That is how you have died twice in a row.
Uh-huh.
Oh! A creature nearby. Alerted. Shall you hide? Or run?
Ooh, outdoor temp is actually going.
Actually going up?
Yeah.
What the heck? This game's so easy! Oh my god. This is a baby game. For children.
Shh. I like this game a lot, though. This
It's cool,
is
isn't
fun.
it? That's the thing. If you take botany, it's like, just go sit in the woods for a while and be a wolf man, and it's fine. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I guess wolves don't eat berries, do they? Bear man. Be a grizzly bear man. They like fish. I don't know. What do any animals eat? Oh, a whole little city or something. What the heck? As you pick your way through overgrown ruins, a peculiar sound becomes briefly audible. It disappears but picks up again in a moment as if carried by air currents. It's a distant humming like small gas engines, out of place in the stillness of empty forests and abandoned buildings.
Interesting.
Yeah. What you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna totally investigate.
Okay.
What's
What was
this?
A cardboard box. Fuck yeah. Frick yeah.
I can't take it, though.
Now, what if you drop your first aid kit and then put it in a box and then carry the box? Does that work?
Oh, maybe.
Drop kit. Take box. Yeah, big cheats. Yes. Look at that.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. A nocular. A flashlight. What else? A scratched UVD. I guess you want that? Cornicola t-shirt.
Totally
A
could.
cleaver. Hey.
Newspaper. And a cleaver.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, what's in here? Another t-shirt. Sandal.
Some fleer flirps. Nice. One flirp flirp. Maybe? Maybe not? If you match it to another reg shoe, is that, like, good?
Might be better. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
A little better.
Sure. Now it's just actually, like, finding bullet for gun.
Holy
Ooh.
shit, what's this?
Is that a fancy place to go?
Looks like it.
Get in there.
What's this? Storage
very
shed.
meticulous, which is good, I think. But nothing in there. So head into this big manor. What the heck is this? As the distance... As the source of the distant sounds finally comes into view, you stop in your tracks, unsure whether it's safe to continue. Ahead you see a titanic warehouse like one of those distribution centers from before the apocalypse. There is a dull roar of ethanol generators combined with the occasional rev of unsuppressed exhaust from off-road vehicles. Figures seem to be milling around a low extension on the right, and the occasional ATV arrives at a price without fanfare.
Haha!
You don't think you've been spotted yet, this far out. Though with all the activity it's hard to tell, but you can reconnoiter it. Reconnoiter is such a good word. Do it. Okay. Peering into the distance, you see a bright sign reading Zomzom's A Place to Eat, hanging over a giant garage door, fenced off behind tarp and barbed wire. Bright lights, welling arcs, and peculiar shadows can be seen in the fenced area, and more lights from within the warehouse. A semi-trailer attached to one of the loading bays acts as a makeshift gate and pedway into the warehouse. Ragged-looking figures line up alongside the trailer, watched over by armed mercenaries. It seems more like a club than anything else, except for that tarp area. Then you see it. A truck on the other side, offloading prisoners or slaves of some sort. That doesn't bode well. But then again, people come and go freely everywhere else, and are entering voluntarily through the pedway.
Do I try my luck?
What are your thoughts about that? You have a gun. No bullets, but... While in line, you feel a flutter of anxiety each time the line advances. With each step, you try to catch a glimpse of what's through the doorway in the trailer, but you still can't tell. Most of the people in line are ragtag looking, wearing mismatched clothes and stinking of sweat. Some confused, others bored. The guards are better groomed by comparison. So you suspect they'd just as soon murder you for your clothes if they weren't being paid. You do have those sweet cargo pants. Up a few wooden plank steps, you step inside the semi-trailer, and hollow sounds of a crowd echo down the narrow corridor from the warehouse. To your right is a chipboard and mesh booth where an attendant is collecting fees and weapons and stamping people before they walk down the trailer into the warehouse. Stock or spectator? The attendant drones. Spectator? What you got? Looking behind her, you see eye slabs, shoes, and sundry items. It looks like there are definitely some items they'll accept more than others. What shall you offer? Sweet drugs? Or gun? Or other thing? Gun is the most expensive thing you'd have, surely.
Yeah.
Is that good? I don't know if that's good. For these pills. Hand, she demands, reaching for a stamp as you present your hand. She applies a symbol and number and nods to another grisly merc who checks you for weapons. He tosses your confiscated items into a numbered bin and ushers you down the trailer.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Inside, it's one part
No,
super
I'm
club.
worried that he took away my weapon.
That's, I mean, yeah, you don't have any bullets, but still. Inside, it's one part super club, one part gladiator pit. A wall of sound assaults your ears as you cross the threshold. Part human cacophony, part generator, exhaust, mostly frenetic industrial music. And the smell of food and smoke. You can't hear it over the noise, but you can feel your stomach rumble at the smell of sweet barbecue. The cavernous warehouse is dominated by a dirt-floored arena with high mesh walls. Spectators ring the pit on three sides, the fourth reserved for a large garage door, leading outside into the tarp-fenced area.
Barbecue.
The courtyard. Beyond the door, you catch the flash of welding arcs where it appears scrapyard robots are being prepped. Robots? That's in here, apparently. And opposite the garage door, the thing you really care about right now, a wide booth with grills spewing sweet and spicy smoke into the rafters above. People clamber to get at it and walk away with their prize smeared over hands and lips alike.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Get that barbecue? You wade through dirty patrons and
Oh, I did eat it.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah.
You were intent on manhandling some ribs or beans and rice or whatever it is that they're cooking over there. Who knows how long you've been in cryo? How long it's been since you've had a good meal? Pressing your way through the final wall of hungry patrons, you get an elbow in the counter and desperately try to make eye contact with one of the servers. A few eternal minutes later, one of the apron-clad food slingers glances at you, and you nod like an excited dog. He reaches into a smoker box, withdraws a loaded skewer, and places it in your hand. Sweet, succulent barbecue. Savoring it, at first you start to grow paranoid that it'll be snatched from your hands, even. And you bear down on it with renewed fervor, huddling with it against your lips as you absently walk away from the grill.
Oh my gosh.
Did it give you that for just showing up?
This
meat? Yeah.
I did pay my way in, though.
Oh, that's true. It's like good, fully developed veal. Not young, but not yet beef. Yes, very definitely like that, and not like any other meat you've tasted. In fact, so much so you think no person with a palate of ordinary, normal sensitiveness could distinguish it from veal. It is mild, good meat, with no other sharply defined or highly characteristic taste, such as, for instance, goat, high game, and pork have. The steak is slightly tougher than prime veal, a little stringy, but not too tough or stringy to be agreeably edible. The roast is tender, and in color, texture, smell, as well as taste, strengthens your certainty that all of the meats you habitually know, veal is the one meat to which this meat is accurately comparable. That's a lot to say that probably you're eating human flesh. Did you think about this beforehand?
Yeah, I did. I did.
It's definitely human, probably. Just then, an announcer pipes up with that same oscillating voice every strip club DJ seems to have. He starts hyping the crowd. "Can you count suckers?" he shouts. Patrons start yelling back, "I said, can you count suckers?" That's probably not how he sounds at all, but that's what I'm doing. On a cue, a testosterone-fueled wave of shouts comes from the floor. "Raise those numbers," he calls with expectation, and everybody raises their fists in unison. The music changes, lights switch to UV, and numbers appear on all the stamped hands. Your heart starts to race as you realize what's happening.
Oh, yes.
You've been stamped though, right?
I have been.
Okay. Oh, geez, we're lotterying it. Looking around, everyone has a stamp most like yours. They all have numbers, but it's clear now what the symbols are. Patrons like you have silhouettes of vultures next to their numbers. Those unlucky few who don't have lambs. The announcer calls a number. A low number. Feeling somewhat relieved, you raise your hand above your head. Patrons around you look up to it for a moment, then continue scanning the crowd.
Oh my god.
This has gone bad so fast. A scream of protest erupts from the far side of the arena. Everyone nearby looks across where a commotion is starting. A man is hoisted into the air like a crowd surfer at a concert.
This is
and
what it
propelled
meant to be
the arena
stopped.
gate. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Why would you? Who would
And
choose
if I
that?
said, and if I said,
Who would
huh,
choose that? Oh
I
my
would have
God.
been stopped.
I guess so. Patrons claw the remainder of his barbecue from his flailing hands, fighting over it like dogs. Guards wrangle the struggling man and toss him into the dirt floor in the arena as the gate is sealed behind him. The winner is a filthy, weak, and confused-looking human. As he clambers to his feet, a clacking and squeaking sound crescendos from the opposite side of the arena. Cheers start erupting throughout the warehouse, as the sound of the noise rolls into the arena through the garage door. The bot is little more than a heavy treaded ring of barbed spikes.
Great.
A haphazardly hung LED ticker sits atop its mass, flickering the words Morning Star, confirming your suspicions as to its nature. It says the thing that it is. That's
Oh
very
god.
nice. Without pausing, the bot starts closing in on the human, who, to his credit, has given up rattling the gate and is now facing the more immediate danger. He starts circling left, leading the bot to one side of the pit, then dashes right as fast as he can, bypassing the bot. They move buys him a few seconds, as the bot spins in place on his treads, but he ends up in the same situation on the reverse side of the arena. This continues for a few laps with the human visibly wearing down. Perhaps realizing his error, he switches tactics, and leads the robot towards the support column, and allows it to get close before ducking around behind it. The bot starts turning in place, but the tread gets hooked on the pillar, and for a moment, it appears to be stuck.
Oh no.
You can sense the tingle of hope in the man as he watches the bot rock to and fro for several seconds. This is probably going to go fine, actually, then. However, the bot's rocking eventually frees it, and it turns to face him again. Crestfallen, the man returns to his original strategy of dodging the robot like a bullfighter, ever more slowly each pass. It doesn't take long for the robot to wear down its already weakened prey, and it scores its first hit, trampling his leg under treads. The man's cry of pain is lost in a wave of cheering from the crowd as the robot backs up. The man hardly has time to limp before it rams him again, this time following through and impaling him against the wall.
Oh my god.
Drunk with bloodlust, the crowd is now screaming. As the robot backs away once more from the stumbling, bleeding man, the bot rams him into the wall one more time and breaks away, this time with a human stuck on its spikes. The crowd cries out in ecstasy, which eventually simmers down to a rabble as the arena service personnel remove the entrails. Unsure what to do next, you look around the room anxiously, waiting for something to happen. Word is you've got a good medical plan. The voice startles you, even amidst the shouting crowd, and you turn to find a young man with an old face. He looks to be of Asian descent, with hair like a mop, big aviator glasses, and an improbably white fur coat.
Oh dear god.
This is fine. This is a fine encounter. Relax, I don't work here. In fact, I'm going to try to make sure you don't either. Come on. He turns and heads towards the garage door. Since that's away from the arena's human-sized gate, you decide to follow. You get the sense he's a patron, too, or at least not with the management, as neither guard nor patron seems to pay him much attention. A little bird told me, he shouts over the crowd and music, you might know a thing or two about cryogenics. He talks over his shoulder as he walks, as if tossing words your way. I know a guy who's looking for some heavy-duty cooling units. He may be willing to trade for some info on where to score a few. You arrive at the massive garage door, and the cool air seems tinged with ozone. His name's The Stoat.
Oh my god.
That's not intimidating. It's like a little weasel man.
It's a little
Oh, come on, dude. I'll introduce you. Out in the robot prep yard, mechanics are tending to the creations. Your companion stops alongside a tall robot reminiscent of a farm combine. You shudder to think what it does to a human with those blades, but then something inside moves. Crawling out the feeder house behind the blades is a mechanic who looks around and, satisfied, waves another out. The second looks more like one of the patrons than a mechanic, starved and scared. The pair skulk along the fence line and disappear out of sight. Fur Coat Guy turns back to you with a proud yet devious grin on his face. The Stoat is pleased to make your acquaintance. Now, about that medical plan. He suggestively taps his wrist. You snap the printed bracelet. I can't say that. How do I do it? You snap the printed bracelet from your wrist and hand it to him. He slides it through his fingers, reading the lettering on the strap. Nice, dude. He bobs his head. I may have to do an expedition there. And nice name, haha. He pulls a box from out under a flight case near the combine bot. Here. He opens the box. Unclaimed, lost, and found, let's say. Okay. What do you get?
Whoa!